could.
Nothing wrong with doing a few jobs around the house?
Well, no, it did stood me in good stead anyway.
Yeah.
But I could always remember being frightened of going in the house on my own, being frightened of the dark. And I always made sure my children would never go through that fear.
I think I can only imagine, because I haven't got the experience that you have, if you went through away from the East End in wartime years, then that thought of going into an empty house and being dark must have been horrific.
Yeah.
I can't begin to imagine what that's like.
Well, we had double winter time and things like that then. The doctors put back 2 hours instead of 1 hour, so it got dark earlier. So as soon as you got home from school, it was dark.
Okay, Margaret, rather than drift down that particular alley,
I know.
just coming back to tomorrow, so what's 300 so 3/4 of a million people going on strike. I was going, don't really about childcare. I was talking about pensions, I was talking about childcare.
I get my next door neighbour to go into 2 or 3 times a day. You know, you all got together.
That's really what I'm saying today. Is it such an issue? We seem to want to professionalise everything. Oh, what's a professional childminder? No, not really. You've got CLB checks.
I
the number of CLB checks I've had. I've got 4 in the cover. Margaret, thanks for your call. Nice to hear from you. You take care. Cheers. Well done. Text from Jill. Hi to Jill. Gerald, he says, you've got children. Yeah, I do have children. They are now, my youngest left school this year. So that's kind of it, really. Very sad moment. I went into her educational establishment in Colchester the day. It was the last time that we did some of our art stuff, and the last time that I go into a school as a parent, which was a bit of an odd feeling. Well, there's passage of time moments, I guess. But yes, I do have children. I agree you can't be too careful where your kids are concerned. Yeah, I think you can be too careful. Actually, I disagree with you. I disagree with you hugely, Jill. I think maybe you can just be too careful. You can be too protective. God forbid that anything would happen. But I think that's the point where you have to let them explore the world a little bit themselves, don't you? 01245 49 50 50. What age is the right to leave children? Are we getting ourselves totally in a lather about childcare and professionalising? We must get someone to do it. What's wrong with neighbours, friends, people we know, people we trust, people who will do us a favour because they know that there'll come a time when favours return? 01245 49 50 50 or text 81333, start a message with the word Essex. Texts can be within some of your core packages if you're on mobile, but some of them aren't. You may have to pay extra for it, so you want to be wary of that. Now, where shall we go to next? Thank you. Judy from Southend, good afternoon. You want to talk about leaving children on their own and the rights and wrongs of that? Far away.
Well, when I was in my properties, my parents put their children alone. No, they always did. During summer holidays, it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks away.
Oh, they left it for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
They cleared off completely for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Blimey.
We loved it. We absolutely loved it. We were really naughty though. We used to all the taxis from the old man across the road. And then watch him go, you know, we just need to order pizzas or whatever, you know, we were doing really naughty.
So how old were you at that
I was 8, my other brother was 11, and my other brother was 14, 15, I think. But they regularly used to take me to leave us, especially at weekends, because they used to have a cottage down in Yorkshire. So they used to go off on Friday, because you know, Sunday, you say, yeah, well,
So...
They were trusted on their own, they were quite happy to leave us on our own.
Gee, I couldn't have done that. Could you do that? I don't know whether you've got children, Julie, or not.
Yeah, I've got 6.
You've got 6. Would you do that with your...
Well, we didn't go out at 14, 15. We were told that you can have a 14-year-old babysit for no longer than 2 hours. So every now and again, my husband and I used to go out for 2 hours and, you know, maybe go down the pub and have a drink.
Yep.
And just for a couple of hours, and we stuck to that all the time.
Yeah, but there's a world...
16, and then we used to go out, you know, every Friday night, and I used to pay him to babysit.
Well, there's a world of difference between popping around the corner to the local and mum and dad disappearing off for a fortnight in Italy, for heaven's sake.
It was, you know, we could be trusted. We were trusted.
No, you couldn't, because you were winding up the neighbours. You were misbehaving.
Well,
You're a disgrace. You're a delinquent.
A delinquent. But it was fun.
Oh,
And we didn't get up to, and that's all we did. Order pizzas and order taxis. We never wrecked the house or anything else. Mum and Dad came back to a house that was still standing. We never had parties or anything like that at all.
So you never had a dodgy moment?
No, we didn't have any parties. The only dodgy stuff that we used to do was order quite a few taxis to the old man across the road. And that was it. But today's standard, I wouldn't, even now, you know, I wouldn't. I've got a disabled child. So I can't, even though he's 14, I can't leave him on his own because he's got a mental age of 2.5 to 5. So if I need anything, then I do have to have a babysitter. But once again, my kids now are like 24 and 17, so they can look after him. But I wouldn't go off for 2 weeks to Italy. Leave my kids on their own.
Well, I think if you've got a child with special needs, then of course you wouldn't. Actually, I'm not sure I'd leave a 14-year-old. I think you got off quite well, Jean.
Generation to generation of the Verney family for over 400 years. It sure is a fine example of 18th century architecture, both inside and out. But today, I'd like to show you something, Mother. Programme 2, I've just been reading. Melbourne's tender chicken and crispy coating at Burger King now.
Once the basic shape of the candlestick is done, the wood is given a coat of wax to seal it and really bring out the grain. Then the hole that the tea light will sit in is drilled out. A bit more wax and we're done. There are few things more satisfying than taking a block of wood and crafting it into a smooth, beautiful object. But, argue with me if you want, wood turning is for boys. It's fast, it's noisy, it's scary, and at any moment you than a nail. Back at John and Amanda's house, work is well underway. In the dining room, the wooden floor is being repaired.
Here to survive for a few hours till we can get to them. And they're sitting out here in the middle of the damn ocean out of fuel, just going for a quick run, didn't take their safety gear.
Oh, I think people are too educated. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just going off the road all day, and you can tell it's got that sort of stuff, rip the door open, strike into the traffic, and that's it. If they do it all the time, and then if you like, get guys like give you the awful blend, you go, excuse me, you shouldn't be putting the door open, it's control on the outside. You're getting out on the third side.
Come and play at Comet.
And I wish that besides just not watching those liberal left media outlets anymore, could do more. And when Steve said, you know, they don't deserve this.
So next, Dover Cali tickets start at £30 for a car and 9 people. Book now at poferries.com.
Love is back on the menu in a cooking show with a twist.
Is it pre-match nerves now?
Leave it with your hands.
It looks like something you
has become even more problematic than cute old first guest they are the property experts who over the past 10 years have been helping home buyers nationwide to sell their dream home. We're back, and this series we're giving you a masterclass in how to buy a home.
Man, the boss big house. The market's tougher than ever, so there's no room for error.
Something has gone really badly wrong. Suicidal insanity.
Over the coming weeks, we'll be doing everything we can to help our property hunters find whatever it is their hearts desire.
You are asking a wild man, let me tell you. I'm not sure. No. Whether it's a first home or a forever home, we'll be scouring the streets of the UK to find property perfection.
I think this is probably the best house in the shelves.
There will be tears,
You're not going to cry, are you?
tantrums,
Do I want to go for people?
and laughs. Bloody marvellous.
Oh, please welcome Bill Spencer and Kirsty Olsop. So nice to have you both on at once.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
It's very weird. I know, I watch them all the time. It's quite weird. Somebody else defeated.
Not me. I think that was the original Carol.
Back to me.